All right, my name is Chris Peck with Austin Underground. We're here with Hogwasche at the South by Southwest Showcase here at the Grizzly Hall. How you guys feeling tonight?
Great.
Feeling good. Happy
All right,
to be
now
here.
the first question I want to get to you guys is, can you talk a little about your recording of your first album? It's MBM. Can you go a little bit into that and like what kind of sound you guys were going for?
Sure. I actually recorded it. I have a little studio in Brooklyn, and I never really done anything so electronic based, but basically did all the drum samples on an MPC with actual samples of drummers I had recorded before. And besides that, I mean, we just wanted it to sound electronic and dirty and gritty and like our predecessors, I suppose, 9 Inch Nails, Skinny Puppy, that kind of thing, while having the guitars cut through, make it sound heavy like a metal record, but still dancey like an industrial record. Yeah.
So one thing I really noticed was that you guys are from Brooklyn. How do you think that influenced the sound that you guys were going for, the sound that you guys are as a band?
I think it does in terms of like, if you go for cold sounds and like we secluded ourselves in this little cold, dirty rehearsal studio space when we were writing the first stuff, and I don't know, you're able to focus a lot, but you go outside and it's freezing cold and it's usually, overcast and rainy during the times we were doing this, so I think that definitely adds to the feel a little bit.
Yeah, and there was a lot of samples. Some of the drum samples were even just from going outside in Brooklyn, breaking bottles on the floor.
One of them was a keg that he threw down in the bar in the basement and just recorded that and then sampled it. There's all sorts of things you can manipulate and do fun stuff like that. But
yeah, and the one thing you guys do in a lot of your songs, you really like have that blend between clean and screaming vocals. Can you talk about how you guys find that balance?
I just want to do something a little more interesting, I guess. I suppose I like the clean vocals because I really like big choruses, and I like I like to write catchy stuff, and I like pop music in a lot of ways. So I think that was sort of where that came in, and I'm always trying to find my voice and do different stuff with it. But I had always done more harsh, screamy vocals in a band, and I can do more than that, so I just wanted to try some different stuff.
It's the only band that we're in several bands, another one together besides this one, and it's mostly just screaming, so it was a definite exciting thing for him to step out and just, expand a little bit and have fun with that type of stuff.
Now, one of the songs you guys do a lot more clean vocals on is one of my personal favorite tracks, was M. Can you talk a little about the meaning behind that track and how you guys developed some of the really cool, unique, atmospheric sounds in that track?
That was a personal track about a relationship I used to be in, and kind of the downfall of that. And I guess with that one, Nick just came up with the riff and wrote something that sounded really kind of, I guess, channeling Typo Negative or Paradise Lost or something like that. So I just figured with that sort of sound, it made sense to do some really clean singing on it and make it real melodic.
Now you said earlier you guys used just throwing a glass bottle on the ground. You were just sampling that. What other unique sounds and unique different things you guys were sampling for the record?
Well, new stuff. We are a guy drummer in another band of ours. He just makes weird noises and sends them to us. Like he'll say weird things, and we took it. One of them, him just saying "Hey," and he manipulated it, dropped the pitch, and sampled it, and it kind of channels that whole Ministry vibe. You know what I mean? It could be anything. And he's just randomly will come up with something to be like, "Oh, I recorded this. Check this out." Put it through some effects, sample it,
Yeah, I mean, we'll just get the, when you brought up living in New York, like a couple times I've taken contact mics and just gone like through the subways and tried to get the sounds of like the trains going by or
and that
even a door opening, just that,
one was off the stop that's on there is one of the stops close to where we wrote this.
And so is that kind of experimentation with the sounds? So you guys want to continue forward with the band?
Absolutely. We just want to get more with it. I want to get a little more into like analog synths, especially. Everything I'm doing right now is MIDI based, and I'd love to, when I have the time and the money, I'd love to grab a few more things and really channel it and learn how to dial and work an oscillator correctly.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, now I believe this is your first time playing South by. What are you guys expecting from the show, and can you guys talk a little about like what are you guys interested in seeing?
Friends.
Yeah, mostly just seeing friends and
some on this tour.
Being here and hopefully catching the ear of some some people that could maybe help us out along the way.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, we don't really have any expectations. We're not here thinking we're going to get discovered or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that. We just had an opportunity to play a cool show, so we thought we'd fly over and do it.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to thank you guys so much for talking to us.
Absolutely, man.
Again, if you want anything else on Hogwasche, go to follow them on Spotify and all their various social medias, or maybe purchase their album, as we would love you to do. And for everything else with South by Southwest, follow Austin Underground on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And I'm Chris Peck, and we'll see you next time.